Viewers, we have a big exclusive coming in at the moment. This is the top news of the hour. According to Tamil Nadu government sources, preliminary reports point to multiple factors leading to the Karur Stampede during TVK Chief Vijay's rally. Vijay's arrival was delayed by over 5 hours and he waited inside his vehicle with the interior light off for about an hour, causing confusion among the crowd who couldn't see him and assumed he had left, triggering a surge, according to the TN government source. Several violations have also been flagged. Police initially rejected the venue due to congestion, but TVK pressured for permission. Crowd control remained poor despite the venue change. Basic amenities like drinking water, first aid and medical teams were missing, even though people waited in the heat. Unauthorized flags and flex banners cluttered the city without permission. Purnima, so we have CNN News 18's Purnima with us live right now. So Purnima, can you please tell us a little bit more about all the lapses that actually happened and led to the chaos which finally led to the stampede and resulted in the death of 39 people,
Well, in fact, Tamil Nadu government sources say that as per initial investigation that has taken place and from what the police have investigated so far, number one, Vijay and his party had reportedly said that Vijay will reach this particular spot, which is where the stampede-like situation took place at 12:45 in the afternoon, but he came 5 hours later, and people were waiting in this hot sun. There was no water. Organizers did not provide drinking water. Many have complained of health issues. Many of them were in fact not able to stand here for 5 hours in this hot sun. That is one of the reasons cited by the police. Number two, they say that just 1 hour before this venue, Vijay, who was seated inside the bus, had reportedly switched off the lights, so people were not able to get a glimpse of him despite standing for several hours. So people from other places started queuing up. They were following the bus and because they wanted to see Vijay. The crowd which had gathered here, that sort of increased when the bus where Vijay was closer to this venue. People were trying to come from outside because they were not able to see Vijay as the bus lights were off, and because they wanted to see Vijay, they were following the bus, and therefore after around 15,000-20,000 people were there, but more and more crowds started entering when the bus came closer to the rally. They cited this as one of the lapses from the parties, and apart from that, they said TVK had violated the rules, or 10,000 people were allowed, but 27,000 people had turned up. The organizers failed to provide drinking water, food for those who have been queuing up for at least 5 to 6 hours here. Apart from that, they said the exit points and the barricades were not in place. Therefore, there was no restriction in terms of the number of people. More and more crowds came because of lack of barricades, and there were no exit points. No special arrangements were made for children, women and the senior citizens. These are some of the lapses that the police have found, is what we've learned from top sources in the Tamil Nadu government. These are the lapses that the police have reported to the Tamil Nadu government based on the investigation that they have carried out. Remember, a one-man commission is currently investigating the case. They will start investigating today and Aruna, the retired judge, will be here in Karur today. She will initiate the investigation. Tamil Nadu government says no time for politics, no blame game. Let the reports, let the findings come out. Based on that, Tamil Nadu government will respond and take action depending on that. So those are some of the latest developments that we are getting to know. Finally, the police have blamed TVK for the delay in timings and for also not and for violating the regulations that led to the tragic incident. This is what we are learning from top sources in the government. So this is the latest updates that we are bringing to you from Karur district. Back to you.
Purnima, who was in charge of crowd management at that point?
Well, the crowd management should be done by the TVK. The TVK organizers should also ensure that if they had promised only 10,000 people will be here, in this particular stretch where Vijay was where Vijay's rally was. Why did they not really consider stopping the crowds after it reached 10,000? Why were TVK cadre not there in place? Udayanidhi Stalin also said that yes, the government can say do not climb trees, do not climb banners, ensure that you are safe. However, it's for the party, the second rung leaders in the party to ensure that they strictly follow these regulations. So this is something that Udayanidhi Stalin had said earlier today, and they said that that it's the party that should continue to tell people, especially women and children, not to come here. And if they are from previous rallies in Trichy, Yulur, there were huge crowds, so they should have learnt their lessons. They should have learnt to manage the crowds better, because this was the third day. The earlier day, yatras also saw similar crowds. So why were they not cautious? That's the question posed by the Tamil Nadu government here. Off the record, they say that it's the responsibility of the TVK. Meanwhile, TVK has now moved court, seeking independent probe into this. Vijay also issued a statement. He said that he's still not able to share the pain and agony that he's going through these words, and says that he understands that even though he's announced a compensation of 20 lakh rupees for those who've lost the families of those who've lost their lives, that is not enough, because a life lost in this case, nothing they can never bring back the lives that were lost. At his rally yesterday, a detailed statement by Vijay, and seeking an independent probe into this. Clearly, politics over this is only going to escalate, but at the moment, all parties on the record maintain that the priority for them is to ensure that 50 odd people who are currently being treated in different hospitals in Karur, priority is given for their safe return. So that's the priority, and let the investigation take place, and action and statements regarding that will only happen once the one-man commission submits its findings. Till then, the Tamil Nadu government says priority is to ensure that those who are treated, the death toll does not increase. At the moment, it stands at 39. They want to ensure that the others are treated and they return home safely. That's on the record statements that we are getting from several leaders from the Tamil Nadu government.
Right. So we also have Payal Mehta and Aman Sharma live with us right now from the area. So Payal, could you please tell us a little bit about the measures that the authorities are taking right now on ground?
Well, the biggest, obviously, priority right now, like Purnima is, talking about the fact that she's been on ground effective this morning as well, is to ensure that maximum rescue and relief operations take place. There are many people who are still injured. Whether they're getting the correct treatment or not, that's going to be the priority of the administration. And the administration, mind you, Kaveri has been very, very swift-footed. MK Stalin, in fact, left from Chennai at 1 o'clock in the night, was here. He went and met the injured, met the next of the kin of the deceased as well. So obviously, whatever needed to be done on the state administration part has been done. Compensation has been announced. The one-man, commission to investigate into this has also been announced as well. But there is more than what really meets the eye, whose fault it is. That is something which, of course, people want to really understand, given the fact that innocent children, have lost their lives because of the stampede as well. And it's a thick political season. So even if political parties are saying that there needs to be no politics that happens over this, but politics is certainly can't be left out as well. Here he is, a superstar Vijay, comes for the rally for about 5 or 6 hours late. There's a lot of confusion which is created throughout the entire thing. And, in the past also, whenever his rallies have been coming, people have been saying that he comes at least 5 or 6 hours late as well. He's made his own allegations against the DMK, saying that an empty ambulance was sent so that, the crowd could be disturbed. All of this stands there as well. The BJP and the AIDMK are certainly watching on the developments. Given the fact that Vijay's popularity was certainly on the rise, will this dent Vijay's publicity? The fact that he did not even stop by to meet the injured, that also remains to be seen, because in the business of politics, you cannot be there without any politics.
That Vijay, after this particular tragedy happened, did not even go to the hospital, did not even stay over in Trichy. He just immediately flew back to Chennai, and issued a statement after he reached Chennai. But not staying back is also being seen as, will be seen as insensitive, because you have, EPS as well as the Chief Minister, Mr. Stalin, rushing to the spot, meeting the victims in the hospital, while Vijay has left the venue yesterday night itself. Yes, Payal. So is this?
Yes, of course, Aman, even if one sees anybody injured on the streets, the least you do is just stop by and care and ask them for their well being. But that is something which is not being done. Although many people would really want to say, and there are some people who are even arguing that, probably Vijay decided not to do this because if he stood by and if he went to the hospital, there'll be more chaos, given his public image and given his publicity as well. But the least he could have done is he could have left somebody from his party or somebody from his office to go there and meet people, participate in their grief, then there, see if any assistance is required. But all he did, he just came. He did not answer any questions. He came to the Trichy airport and straight flew to Chennai. And what did he do? He did not even offer a word of condolence. He just put out a statement as well. So many people who have been extremely critical of Vijay say that these are the people who cannot be seen as leaders of the future.
Absolutely, Payal, and thanks, Payal, for that information. And this is what is developing now as the big political story in Tamil Nadu. Vijay, who was seen as the rising star, some people now saying that he's completely insensitive to not stop back at this venue where there's a horrific tragedy has happened in which 39 people have lost their lives. Details being brought by our colleague Purnima Murli from the ground now clearly exposed that the permission that was sought was only for 10,000 people. In fact, Vijay's party sought permission for a much smaller venue earlier, which the administration thought would be very congested. They gave him a larger venue, but even that larger venue, 3 times the crowd had collected. The arrangements were not proper, drinking water arrangement was not there, and this is what has led to this massive tragedy of this stampede and 39 people losing their lives. Its impact on Tamil Nadu politics in the days to come, just before the Tamil Nadu elections, I feel is going to be very significant, because as I said, Vijay was seen as the rising star, but now both Mr. Stalin and EPS, and in fact at this particular venue just a couple of days back, Mr. EPS head of EPS Palaniswamy has also done a rally without any untoward event. That also raises the question that does the AIADMK have better management of situations, better cadre, while the Vijay's party is not able to do it. All these details are now being questioned in this horrific tragedy which has happened in Kannur.